is BoldFaces Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, FG at Works, Infrastructural Legacy and Prosperity Digest documentary, #Build Back Better Serialization. I'm your host, Trisha Esegbe-Kerry. Today, we'll move our focus to the work sector activities of the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing and President Muhammadu Buhari's administration evidence-based progress report scorecard through the voices of its contractors, staff, and the local communities that have benefited from these projects, which has created both direct and indirect jobs, as well as provided social and economic benefits for Nigerians nationwide. These roads are indeed a statement of economic efficiency, and we continue to lift our people out of poverty to prosperity. Like I've said before, wrong perception can become a reality in the mind of the ill-informed. Fake news can create wrong perception. Let's digest the realities of the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing.
It will be recalled, President Muhammadu Buhari administration established the Presidential Infrastructure Development Fund, PIDF, in 2018 to fast-track the completion of critical infrastructure projects. Mr. President, in January 2019, signed Executive Order 7 of the company's income tax, road infrastructure development, and refurbishment investment tax credit scheme, which is aimed at attracting PPP financing for road construction across Nigeria.
So what it really seeks to do is to ask people who are liable to pay taxes to the federal government, mainly companies, because personal income tax is paid by the individuals to their state governments. So it is corporate taxes we're talking about here, where the policy requires you to pay that tax in advance before it is due by choosing an item of public infrastructure, oftentimes roads.
So where a company indicates interest in participating in this road infrastructure tax credit scheme, it writes to the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, who in turn consult the Federal Inland Revenue Service. When we then confirm to the Ministry of Works and Housing the eligibility or otherwise of this company. In other words, company wants to invest in roads and we require funds.
The first person to buy into that policy was the Dangote Group. The Dangote Group used it for two roads initially, the road that leads to their cement factory, Obajan-Akaba Road, and they used it for the Apapa-Uroshoki Road because it was affecting the turnaround time of their raw materials from port to factory. And those roads have really altered positively the traffic experience of people.
I think this can help the government, it's a partnership, which I believe, we should also chip in our own and say, okay, fine. And plus, we are building commercial roads, of which we are also the users of the road, not only Dangote, but other companies too are using the road. So with this, I think we can quickly accelerate in building our infrastructure rather than following the budgetary process.
Well, as you know, we are the pioneers to start road construction under this particular scheme of tax credits. And collectively, we are doing about 390 kilometers of road spread across the country, starting right from Borno State, which is the most challenging, where people are very hesitant to enter in. And then you can see we are doing in Kaduna. We have done something in Kogi State. Now we are starting one in Ogun State. And as you know, we are already doing one in Lagos, and the second one in Lagos has started.
This road is just one out of several that are in the pipeline. And we're encouraging other people who are interested. You don't have to be a Dangote to make this investment. It's part of your CSR.
Dangote was given about 9 roads in parts of Nigeria. We have so far completed Kaba-Obajana Road, and we are almost completing Apapa-Ojota Road. That's a terrible road. Sorry to say, it's a terrible road, because that is about 50 roads in Nigeria because of the traffic. To do the construction of that is not easy, but it's almost finished. And then we are presently working on the Deep Sea Road. That's starting in Lekki area to Ijebode. And then we are starting Papalanto, Obele, Ilaro, Papalanto, Shagamu Road, which is very, very important as far as Southwest is concerned. Because those living in Ogun, they know how hectic it is. Sometimes you want to go to Ibadan on a big truck, maybe you have to come through Lagos, but when we have that road, it's really, really opens up the area.
As I had mentioned earlier, totally we are doing almost close to 400 kilometers, 390 kilometers to be precise. So it's quite a large length of road to be done by anybody in this country over a long period of time. And the first road, as I said, was what we did, Obajana Kaba, the concrete road. The second one, that was about 50 kilometers. The second one we are doing Apapa over in Shoki, which is also close to 55 kilometers. And the coastal road, which we have started, it is about 53 kilometers. And the Shagamu, Papalanto, Ilaro, Benin border, that road is about 100 kilometers. And the Borno State, the two roads which we are doing 53 and 52 kilometers, and the Kaduna bypass road is 24 kilometers. So our projects are spread across the country. On an average, this is a totally, if you are going to do almost 400 kilometers of road, it's going to be hugely, hugely beneficial to the country. So our activities are spread across the country. We are the pioneers under this scheme, and the road construction was not our focus as a business. But then, so you can say that this is not a profit-oriented, but it's kind of an extension of a Dangote Foundation. We thought that, okay, this will help the country per se in the development of roads. That's why we stepped into this project.
It is really, really very good idea. Very good idea. In the sense that, you see, government has its own source of revenue, and they have some allocations for the development of infrastructure, but that's not enough. What they do is just a small thing. But when they get another option of inviting the tax payment companies to also participate in it, it's just adding to getting the infrastructure developed faster, and it's the best way the country can benefit. The taxpayers will feel okay, they are involved and they can do more, and the government also is doing other areas, and before you know it, Nigeria is fully covered, and it's a very good idea, really.
We'll build it, we'll maintain it for 5 years, and it is a concrete, solid road that can last over 40 to 45 years. That's number one. Number two, the government, they don't have to pay a dime. We will now fund it. What we are doing, actually, we are advancing our taxes for the next 3 years to build this road. Number three, there is no escalation in the cost of the road. You can see the one that we did in Obajana, the one that we did in Isolo, right from Apapa road network, up to the toll gate between Ogun State and Lagos. We're building 10 lanes. We have almost finished. It's been delivered, and there's no escalation in cost.
Mr. Dangote, he's always on the run, traveling. And he has seen what is happening all over the world in other countries, why things are. So he started talking to people why Nigerian roads are always failing. Government will spend money, and before you know it, 2-3 years, it's gone. They have to spend money again. So he started thinking about that. And then while he was discussing, he got a solution of going for concrete, which is more advantageous to, as far as Nigeria is concerned, more advantageous than the asphaltic road. In the fact that, with the concrete road, we are going local. Virtually everything is local material. Asphalt, you have to spend your huge foreign reserve, foreign currency to buy the asphalt from overseas because we don't have it in Nigeria. Or what we have is not enough. So that's why he decided, okay, let's go for concrete. Concrete is more durable, more lasting for the country, and it will give us more advantage than the asphalt. That's the reason why he felt we should go for that.
As I said, one is the foreign exchange concept, because you have to go and import asphalt for the import bitumen for doing the asphalt roads. Whereas concrete roads, cement is locally available. That's a big advantage. Number two, the life of the road is going to be very long. So compared to the investment you make, your returns are extremely high. Because otherwise the roads will start breaking up and you'll keep doing, repairing the road again and again. Then you'll have to scrape it off and redo the roads. So concrete road will last for a very, very long time. There is major cost benefits. Number three, as I said, fuel consumption. Because the roads are very smooth, the vehicle fuel consumption will be low. So every road user will stand to benefit. Number four, when the fuel consumption is low, automatically the CO2 pollution from the vehicles is on the lower side. So it's environmentally too beneficial. Then lesser accident prone, because in the night the reflectance value is good. Even otherwise, the vehicle, the damage to the tires are all minimized. So the benefits are enormous. So globally there is a trend for shifting to concrete roads. So we believe that what we did is a good impetus to the country in terms of investment in infrastructure.
Hello, I'm right here at Igbejuleki in Lagos. This is one of the road infrastructural projects being executed by Dangote Industries under the tax credit scheme. Section 1 kicked off all the way from Dangote fertilizer plant to Eleko Junction in Igbejuleki. And then Section 3 started from all the way from Ekme into Ijebu-Ode, Shagamu Bini Expressway. Talking about Lagos and Ogun State. And right behind me are the contractors, high-tech construction company. Work is ongoing. You can see that work is ongoing. You can see a lot of workers right behind me working.
The project started after the mobilization of the company, that's a high-tech construction company, to the site precisely in February 2022. The project actually commenced late last year. That is December 2021, but actually fully it started, all the activities commenced in April this year, 2022. The total length of this project is 54 kilometers from the Dangote fertilizer plant up to the Ijebu-Ode, but for section 1A, which is 27 kilometers, it is being designed as a rigid pavement of continuously reinforced concrete. The road is having the road is a double carriage way. of 10.05 meter width each of the carriageway. Still among the specifications for this road, we have the average depth of filling of 500 mm, then a stabilized thickness of 200 mm of stock base, while we have 200 mm of a stone base. And at last, we are going to have a 200 mm thickness of the rigid pavement itself, which is continuously reinforced concrete pavement.
Now, what are the benefits of this project when this project is completed? It's going to benefit quite a lot of people. It's going to benefit the communities of these Ibejuleki, Lagosians, Nigerians, Africans, even foreigners, because it's going to boost the economy.
Wow, we are grateful for the construction of the road, because we have been suffering before now, because even as I'm talking to you now, by anything 6 o'clock, it will be hard for you to get to the Eleko, because when the workers closed, there is going to be a lot of traffic jam on the road. So doing it now is what we have been yearning for, and we are glad that government has come to our aid now through Dangote. We appreciate it.
The road is very bad before, but now we are very grateful, because it's now if we are going to Epe and Eleko, there is a whole problem, a lot of problem, hold up everything. But now, if they finish the road, I think that before 30 minutes we will reach Epe and Eleko. And we are very grateful for the road we are doing now.
I guess they want to do this road, reach Rivanna, reach Dangote, reach Port there. That is good thing. If Fashola and Dangote help us do it, it's good thing. Thank you, Fashola. Thank you, Dangote, for this way they help you do it.
As a Nigeria, I'm benefiting from this job, because without this job, I cannot feed my family. So this job makes me to feed my family, and my family are happy. Because see me doing the job, I can take care of my kids. If I'm not in this job, I cannot take care of them. They cannot go to school. But now they are going to school and they are happy.
The progress is encouraging. And I just want to stress that the infrastructure commitment does not stand in isolation. It is a part of the economic promises that Mr. President made, that the APC made during their campaign in the first and second elections. And it is consistent with global best practice, really, that it has been proven that investments in infrastructure drives economic growth, sustains GDP performance and improves them sector-wise, creates jobs, short, medium-term and long-term jobs that follow from maintenance. So we must continue to see the performance in the infrastructure delivery in that sense. I hear people sometimes say, well, the president seems to have done well, or the government seems to have done well in infrastructure, but it's not doing well. But it is a process. When the infrastructure is complete, long after Buhari has gone, you will still begin to feel the impact.
And well, in the southwest zone of Nigeria, we've made tremendous progress on some of our projects. I could mention them, like the Lagos-Ibadan. We are nearing completion. As we speak, we've already, as a matter of fact, we are completing that project on the main carriageway alignment. And we have also made substantial progress on Ikorodu-Shagam. This is a road that was not even passable before now. So progress has been made on that road. We have another project on the outer marina in Lagos. You know, when everybody wakes up in Lagos, the whole traffic goes towards the marina, the Victoria Island axis. We are finishing that job. That area is also opened up. The Apapa Oshodi in Oworoshoki up to the top, the old toll gate to connect to the ports. We are nearly completion. The sections 1, 3, and 4, we are already at about 95% completion. So what we have that is outstanding is just section 2, which is just nearly awarded.
So we are just at the end of the construction of Apapa Oworoshoki to Ojota Toll Gate road project. Right now, we are just at the end of the section 4, which is at the old toll gate.
As the director said, we are at the very end of section 4 of the project, which has been completed substantially up to 93%. What we have left is as shown on this diagram. On this section we have binder course. What is left is the wearing course. On the Ibadan bound side, the wearing course has been completed, and we have a length of 2.3 kilometers to be completed on this side.
We cannot quantify fully, but it's almost justifiable in the sense that when you look at the roads, completed road and the complete road, the economic value definitely will increase. And distance travel is reduced, tear and wear of the vehicles are reduced, fueling and everything is reduced.
We have calculated roughly it is about 1,300 persons per kilometer of road. So you can see 1,300 into 400. So it's more than 500,000 jobs created during the period of construction. And subsequently, of course, once the roads are there, it's going to benefit every single user of the road. And actually, it is because we are spread out in different parts of the country with different states, it creates employment to those people. And number two, when the road is stretched, it's not like, okay, you start an industry, you are in one pocket. You are doing the road all along. And every village, as you are going to do the road nearby, they are going to be helped. If people are working there, the food vendors will come and sell. Somebody will come and sell water. Somebody will come and do, where we are working, even people come and provide tire patches, will come and help us because we have a lot of equipment working. Some nearby mechanics will come and work with us to maintain our vehicles which are in that area. So you create enormous employment, not in one pocket like an industry, but all along the stretch. So the employment creation is also widespread. It helps a lot of people.
I have been with Alhaji Dangote for donkey years. So I know him. I know how humble he is. I know how he's trying his best to see that he assists. And I do not think there is any second person to him, because I've seen several times crying with his eyes when he sees somebody in a problem. So he's really up to the task of society, and he's there to help all the time.
The Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, FG at Work Digest, hashtag Build Back Better serialization continues next week. And to you watching, stay safe and stay focused on the realities, not fake news. Hope to see you next week. Bye for now.